All right, welcome everybody to another edition of Funboxing Sundays. I'm your host, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee. Welcome to Warehouse 81. This is my humble abode, my basement of basements, the geeky basement, formerly known as, I guess, version 2.0. It is Sunday. It's August the 3rd. Can you believe it? The days are long, but the year is short. I can't believe how quickly this year has gone. I thought 2025 was just going to drag by, but it has flown by instead. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's great to have you all here. Very, very happy to be doing an episode this week. Last week, we were planning on doing it, but, life gets in the way. My son, my youngest son, as many of you know, plays baseball. He plays organized baseball, and he's on a travel team, plays for the Pickering Prospects. And if you've been following my Instagram channel, you know he's broken his hands. He had broken his hands in what was it? 10 weeks ago? 10 weeks ago, he broke his hands. And chasing down a fly ball during practice, full blast into a chain link fence, broke both of his hands. That was it for a season, or so we thought. So last weekend was the tournaments for his the finals, for the league that he plays in. And he made a miraculous comeback and was actually able to participate in a couple of the games, which we were not expecting, my wife and I. And he played very, very well. He pitched 2 innings in relief and ended up a second game starting in right field and making several great defensive plays, including the game-ending catch, which got him the MVP honors. So that was that last weekend. So I apologize if you're waiting for us to come and unbox some geeky collectibles, but family has to come first, and we are out there baking in Oshawa under the immense heat and humidity. And so that was it. So we are here today, though. We're back, and we've got some really, really great geeky collectibles to unbox for all of you. And we're going to talk about some San Diego Comic-Con news. I'm sure as the week has gone by, all of you who are in the know have seen all the news and stuff. So I'm just going to pick over the stuff that interests me because it's my channel and I like it. So welcome. If you're new to this channel, thanks so much for joining us. We are broadcasting or streaming on 3 different platforms: Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. And hey, thanks for joining us here on a Sunday. If you are in Ontario, this is a long weekend. It's a provincial holiday. It's a civic long weekend. So yeah, you can stay up late and maybe enjoy a couple of drinks. Anyways, thanks for joining us. Like I said, my name's Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, but you knew that. And what I do on this channel is I unbox a bunch of geeky collectibles. I do a half-ass review, and we chat. And that's basically it. It's a great way to wind up the week, learn about geeky things, connect with members of this wonderful community who are, right now feverishly chatting away on the message boards. And we're looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to it. It's something I love to do. And thanks for joining us. We've got something that's come up here on the board and has put it up, and I can't read it, so I'm going to have to embiggen my screen. And it says here, Alexander Eagleson, who's been a member for 45 months, right on. Good to see you, Alexander. Hi, Paul. Hi, Anna. And hi, Bitter Friends. Thanks for doing that. And we've got a super chat already.
I would like to see the baby.
Thank you so much, Alexander, for your $5 super chat. Congratulations to MVP Lee. Yeah, he was, I hate to, don't mean to talk sports ball, but those of you who know as well, I do love baseball, and my son's very good. I think he's very good at it. And it was a great comeback for him to be able to play in the game, because it was looking like he wasn't, he was going to be able to recover for it, but not in time to make a difference. But he did, and it was great. And in fact, that game-winning catch also knocked the home team, Oshawa, out of the playoffs. So that was bittersweet for them, but great for us. So good comeback. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Alexander, it's good to see you up on the boards again, and it's good to be back again. Okay, what am I doing? There's so many buttons, so many controls. We've got a heck of a show for you today. I've got a poll. If you're following on YouTube, there's a poll up right now where you can vote on the next figure that's going to get unboxed for the next show. And right now we've got Han Solo. I just got it in yesterday, actually. He's the Return of the Jedi, General Solo with his trench coat and whatnot. We've got a droideka from the Clone Wars, right? The big rolly destroyer droids. We also have the 212th Airborne Trooper from Attack of the Clones up. It's a great little repaint, great fig. And we also have this gigantic Sand Trooper Sergeant with a dewback in 1/6 scale, and the box is massive. And I mean, I don't know if you can see the blurg that's down there with the Mandalorian. That's a pretty big beast, and the dewback is even bigger. So those are the 4 that are up right now. It looks like currently Han Solo is in the lead by the slimmest of margins at 37% of the votes. The droideka is right behind with 34%, and it's changing right now. So we're going to leave this poll up for the remainder of this live stream, and we're going to leave it for the replay crew so they can vote as well. And we will see who will win this poll and what we'll be unboxing for the next show, because I got a whole stack of hot toys we got to get to. And yeah, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too, with some of the plans that I have. These plans, so many plans, lots of plans, planning plans, best of intentions, things I want to do. I want to get back to producing and getting the short form videos, like the 10-minute unboxing videos, up again. I'm inspired by a lot of the creative content that's out there. Beskar Kid, I think I saw you up on the chats. That's a fine example of a great sort of like minute to like 90-second unboxing and showing off of hot toys. If you want to see a pro doing it, check out his channel and his account on Instagram at Beskar Kid. I mean, that's hot toys done right. I'm a dilettante. I am a tourist. I am a fan. And I go through things and I just sort of unbox the things that I like. So today we're going to be unboxing, much to everybody's delight, because you all voted for it, the 1/6 scale Hera Syndulla. That's right, from Star Wars Ahsoka, portrayed by the lovely Mary Elizabeth Winstead, whom I had the immense pleasure of working with during the show. And her Hot Toys figure, the box is right beside me. It's gorgeous. The sculpt is great. I can't wait to take a firsthand look at it with all of you on board, and we'll be able to see this. And I know there's some of you out there, there's a rogue element that really, really likes to take the piss and have theorized or have these fan theories going on that perhaps Carson Teva and Hera Syndulla had a bit of a, a post-Kanan Jarrus relationship, let's just say. So I'm not going to go here or there, but I know that that's running rampant, and some of the comments in the threads are saying that. But we'll get to this. It's a great looking figure. Also in that vein, we're going to be looking at some TVC figs. I've got it staying in the Rebels vein and the connections to Carson Teva vein. I've got the Star Wars Rebels Garazeb Orrelios figure that I want to be unboxing, because we have the ghost up over there. My figure, Carson Teva TVC 363, just got released in Canada a couple of weeks ago. And so I want to pair him up. I've already absconded with what's his name? Big Starklighters X-Wing fighter. Carson's up there right now. So look, it'd be nice to get Garazeb or Zeb up there. And as well, we have the 4-pack of Phase 2 Clone Troopers from Hasbro Pulse. We're going to be unboxing those because we have news from Hasbro. That's right. The new Haslab is the LAAT/I infantry version of it, of the gunship. And we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on. But before we do that, for those of you who know, there's certain things that we do on this channel, certain things I love to do that I'm, I think build community. I think people like, and so we're just going to go through it. And one of those traditions is the shout outs and the comments to everybody. Now, if you're an OG member of this channel, or you've been following this for a while, you know it used to take forever. And it was great that way. I mean, you could tune in an hour and a half late, and I'm not kidding. You could tune in an hour and a half late, and I'd still be saying hi to everybody in the chats. But I have been in. This is killing the captioning. I'm endeavoring to shorten the amount of time it takes to say hello to everybody. And we're doing a speed run. And so I've set the limit of 5 minutes. I'm trying to keep it, the hellos to the chats, to 5 minutes. And in fact, want to get in an ideal world a little timer that I can superimpose in an overlay that is real time to count it down. I looked it up and I can't believe I stayed up till 3:30 in the morning trying to figure this thing out because I've been saying I wanted this for months. And I've tried to go through Canva. I tried to go through Adobe Express. And I just didn't want to pay for it. And you could get it, but it costs money, or you can do it for free, but it's above my pay grade in terms of trying to understand what's going on. And so, yeah, like F it. I'm just gonna, I've got my timer on my phone. So I'm just gonna do that. And we're gonna start. And we're gonna do a speed run. And let's just say if I don't finish saying shout outs to people in 5 minutes, we do a little giveaway. We'll do a little giveaway. I've got a few extra Carson Teva figures in a few boxes over there. Maybe we'll do a random draw and give one of these away signed. So how about that? So we're going to start off and we'll do this. But first, I'm going to take a sip of my drink. This drink today, it is 7-Up Zero with grapefruit. It's a refreshing summer drink, and it's a nice change up from the Coke Zeros that I usually drink. And so I'm going to cheers to everybody there. Thank you. Got to wet my whistle and get ready for the speed run. Is everybody ready? Because I'm going to begin starting now. All right, starting off right now, we've got the Bitter Troll here. First, as always, good to see you, my friend. Carrie Fanti is next. Talking trash about Hera Syndulla and Carson Teva. I'm just going to draw the curtain over that. We've got the Max Rebo experience joining us here in the warehouse. A Bear has been camped out here until the start. My sister Angela Lee is here. Hi, Angela. How are you? Say hi to mom and dad for me. Melissa K, hey, is not joining us from Sweden, but she will be part of the replay crew. And I love that she just drops in to say hi anyways. Enjoy your family dinner. We've got the Global Health Science Institute from Southern New Mexico in the basement with us. My old friend Anton Attard has joined us from the skies on the ground. Good to see you, my friend. Congrats on getting over 1,000 hours in the air and being multi-engine rated. Everything is going great. All right, next up we have a conversation between Anton and my sister, which is eating up time. Vanessa C is here. Hello, Paul, and all. Hello to you, my friend. Good to see you as well. All right, we've got the Beskar Kid, the aforementioned C. You mention him, and he shows up. Way to go. Great stuff, my friend. Loving your content on your channel. We've got Raymond Tentis joining us as well. What is up with you, my friend? Okay, we've got the Adelphi Rangers joining us in the warehouse. Bad Wolf Media is here as well. We've got John Galgano saying, hey to everyone. Hey back, buddy. I'm going to say all the time. I find that kind of reductive. I don't know. It's not a good look. Anyways, Matthew Sinclair is here joining us in the warehouse. Hello, Matthew. Good to see you again. We've got Becky O.R. here, or Becky Orr. Satania Snuggles Cook is here, of course. If Carrie Fanti's here, you know Satania Snuggles Cook is going to be there as well. Thanks for joining us. It's great to see you. D. Sertle is here. Hello to you, my friend. It's good to see you on the boards. We've got Gary Lau in the house with us as well. Righty, we're going to keep on moving down. Great conversation happening. We've got Tom Harris joining us, hoping everyone is well. And we are. Figurecraft is joining us. Good to see you. We've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. We've barely scratched the surface here. We're doomed. Serenity Forever 25. All right. Me and Harris sat here patiently waiting. Thanks for waiting. I hope this show lives up to your expectations. I do my best, and everyone here is awesome. We've got Flex SW77 here saying hello to everybody, including the evening chat. Hello back, my friend. We're gonna go. The Sunny channel is here. What up with you, Sunny? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you had fun. Did you go to SDCC? I think you were there, but I'm not sure, but I think you were. Yannick Frev is here, my good friend. Can't stick around. He's got a movie night, but he drops in to say hi. Solid guy. That's amazing. Serenity Forever 25. It is Monday. It's a Monday. Alicia McKinney, my dear friend. Good to see you. Hope things are well in Winnipeg. Stephen Wong is here. Stephen Wong, it's been a while. Good to see you. Jeff Carlo is joining us as well as Andrew Terrio. Hey, Andrew, your pre-order came in for Pedro, and I'm going to go pick it up on Tuesday. So, yeah, it'll be sent to you very soonly. Scott Robsco is here as well. Good to see you, Scott. Bob Dylan is here. Welcome. Dean McGinnis is here saying hello. Fresh from the Star Wars Coke commercial. Oh, right on. You were one of the TKs. Such a great spot. Such a great ad campaign. We've got Daniel Irwine here as well. Brent W is joining us. LQ is here. John DeLong is here. Brad Davison joining us from Facebook Live. Yep. If you have kids in the sports, you know it. But it is amazing, precious time, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's been great. You're always going to look back at it and enjoy it. James Dalton is here. Hello, James. Good to see you. I've got 48 seconds to get through the rest of this list. Alexander Eagleson. Hello, my friend. Matthew Sinclair. We've got Cody Arnold joining us on Facebook Live. Hello, hello, hello. Tommy K. Everybody. 3, 2, 1. Shut up, Tommy. Good to see you on the boards, my friend. Here we go. We're going. Looks like I think I'm going to be giving away one of these figures, one of these signed figures. Christopher Duncan, double dipping. Thank you, Charles, so much. UberDog1 is here as well. Vote unbox him in timeline order. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Okay. Lots of conversation. Jamonster is joining us. Good to see you again. Keith Lee is here on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Modas 23, long time no see. Kenny C3, my friend in Atlanta. Great to see you as well. And Hip Optimus Prime is here. How are you, Nigel? Good to see you. Endless Wonders has joined us again as well. We are just talking. Toys 210 is signed. I think that's a great idea too. Yeah, thanks, buddy. Peter Garcia is here. Yes, please. Double O Bricks is here. Time Traveling Nomad is here as well. And Charles Stevens is joining us. Good to see you, Charles. Mike Wan. There's a name from the past. All right. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, we are done. I blew over. That's more than 5 minutes now. So it looks like we're going to be giving away one of these figures. We're going to just try to figure out how in just a moment. Got Endless Wonders. I want an autograph by Carson Teva. Meet somewhere at Tim Hortons in East York. You know what? We'll talk about that because you can actually get a signed figure if you go to Fourth Moon Toys. It's on Carlisle Avenue, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Cynthia Lynn, that's an old friend from way back when. Good to see you up on the boards again. 44D2 is here. Happy Sunday to you. And yeah, here we go. I think that's it. I don't see any more new names. We went through and we're just a little bit over. Nope. Dorkinator is here. Dockinator. Not Dorkinator. I'm sorry. Dockinator. Good to see you. Hello. Sterling Duguay is here. That's a new name, I think. And Figurecraft. Yes, Figurecraft. George Medina. That's another fantastic channel. Hyperdrive channel on YouTube and on Instagram. I love that. I love your content. I love your toy hunts. The replica props, the lightsaber, everything about your channel. I love the conversations that you and your crew have. Go check them out. Really, really great Star Wars content if you're a fan of all things Star Wars and geeky and collectibles. Yes. Oh, Mechanized is here. Get the LAAT. It's already pre-ordered, my friend. Already. And we've got a super chat here from Andrew Terrio.
I would like to see the baby.
Huzzah for $4 and for $5. Sorry. LOL. He didn't know he was getting it. Thank you. Love you. Congrats, Smiles. I didn't say what it was. So he still doesn't know, is all I'm saying. He still doesn't know, Andrew. Don't ruin it. Derek Jack is saying hello from Facebook as well. And we're caught up. Hashtag back the LAAT. Yeah. Okay. Let's just talk about it. We'll talk about it before we get into this. Hey, you know what? You saw it on the thumbnail for the channel. Haslab, the new Haslab is going to be the LAAT. You've got, I think, 36 days left to back it. Some really, really great unlockables. You've got 3 figures. 4 figures. You got you get 2 pilots, 1 carded, 1 uncarded, 1 loose, and you get 3 Jedis at every level. Once they need 8,000 backers. It's like a Kickstarter for those of you who don't know. It's a crowdfunded toy. It is of the Old Republic LAAT, low altitude armored aerial transport /I infantry version, because they have different versions of these birds. And it is not a brand new release. Usually Haslabs, what they've tried to focus on, if I'm correct, is they try to create toys that have not been released previously. And I think one of the big sort of uproars about this particular Haslab was that they've already released versions of the LAAT or the LAAT out there. And yeah, they've had many different releases of this, but this one is different because it's scaled 20% larger, I believe. So it's truer to scale. The doors on the sides actually close and open. It's customizable. There are different paint schemes that you can, and panels that you can put onto it. Yeah, so it's one of those things. I have not bought one of those legacy versions of the LAAT because I wasn't collecting Star Wars toys when it was coming out at that time. And they're hella expensive right now anyways. And the Haslab that reaches that certain niche. This is something that I think a lot of collectors need to sort of realize, that yes, your collection may be vast and you might be missing things that you want, but you're not the only collector out there. And it's something that I've had to realize for myself too. It's like, well, I've already got that. Yeah, but it's not just for you. Collecting and toys are meant for everybody, for people who are new into it. And I used to complain about, why are they re-releasing this figure? How come they're not releasing new figures? I already have this figure. Because if you're new into collecting and you don't have access to these figures, the re-releases are actually a great way to build up your collection. And I know it's frustrating if you have all that stuff already, but it's part of the fun of collecting is waiting and hunting and getting that stuff, in my opinion. And so, yeah, I'm stoked. Do I have room for the LAAT? No. Hi, Hannah, my wife. I know she's rolling her eyes right now. She's rolling her eyes so hard, she's spraining her optic nerves. But I need it. It's cool. I love vehicles, and I will rotate them out. I mean, I've got the Ghost there, the N1 Starfighter, the E-Wing, the AT-ST. I've got General Merrick's X-Wing. I've got Biggs Darklighter's X-Wing. I've got the Land Speeder up there, all TVC, and they got to rotate because I still got the Razor Crest that I want to put up there and stuff. So, yeah, that's stuff, collectible stuff that I like. And so, yeah, so back the LAAT, with these, it's a crowdfunded thing. And so they need at least 8,000 people to sign up and promise that they will, hey, if this gets made, then I will pay for it. And I think it's something like, is it $400? 400? Let me check. It's in progress. View details. Here we go. Just looking it up in my account here. I have backed it, and this is of course it's in they put it in Canadian prices. So I'm gonna try to get it here in American. It sounds like less, and my wife won't. Yeah, come on, Haslab. Here we go. It's like there should be a button. Here it is. So you've got 36 days, 3 hours and 30 minutes. They're looking at a target there. As of now, they have 2,893 backers for this. And we will take a look at this. And yeah, so for the low price of $449, $450 American, basically, you will get this beast of a figure, of a ship. 2 figures included. As they reach a certain levels of backers, they will release other like exclusive figures to go with it. In this case, at 10,000, they will release tier 1, which will be Coleman Trebor, who's a Jedi. Tier 2, once it reaches 12,000 backers, if it reaches it, will be Sacy Tin, another Jedi. And when they reach 14,000 backers, Tier 3 will be Agent Kolar. And these will be exclusive carded figures that you cannot get unless enough people back the LAAT and unlock these figures. And they've done this. This is something that Hasbro has done, and quite successfully for a lot of their Haslabs, the ones that have gone through. They've generally been able to unlock all these figures. I know they are starting to ship the Cantina very soon. A lot of my friends are getting notifications. I know one friend for sure who is losing his mind because the Cantina is coming. And so Ryan Dole, I'm looking at you. I know you're super pumped to get it. And so, yeah, and there are figures in there that you cannot get, that will not be on sale to the general public. That will only be available for those of you who have backed that. And I'm thinking of the Tonica sisters, for example, right? Like that's a prime example of an exclusive figure that you can only get with the Ghost. The exclusive figures were the Ghost crew, but with the museum card back, right? So they do create an exclusivity and a collectability in terms of price point and value for the figures. So if you think, oh my God, that's a lot of money to spend, it can be. Not that I'm saying you're spending the money to invest so you can flip it and make a profit later on. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But for the most part, I mean, I buy stuff because I like it. And I like unboxing it, and I like collecting, and it brings me an immeasurable amount of joy. And so that's why I do it. So yeah, it's going to be it's something that I think as a collector, you make your own choice whether you want to invest that much or not in something, whether it's worth it or not. And I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I can afford it, so I backed it. Now, can I afford to have the space? Well, we got a storage area, so we got a storage bin, bay, room, garage, gigantic storage bay. But you gotta fill it with something. So here we are. Yeah, so that's we went off on this huge tangent about the LAAT. So in that regard as well, with the LAAT, because it is in the Clone Wars sort of territory, tonight I'm also going to be unboxing this 4 piece set here, Phase 2 Clone Troopers to inhabit. You go on vacation for a week, your brain turns to mush. To inhabit that, so it'll be good because I can fill it with clones. There are also pre-orders coming up for TVC. We've got the Shock Troopers being on pre-order as well, so you can add those to the LAAT. Pilots, which will already be there, and of course the Jedi will be joining on. So it's going to be great for playing with and for dioramas and all these other things. So yay. I think there's a super chat here from Mike Wan. Hey, Mike, what's up?
I would like to see the baby.
Thank you so much for your $5 super chat, here to support an immeasurable amount of joy. Thank you, my friend, because that is what really life should come down to. I mean, do things that make you happy, that don't hurt others. And, I think if you let people be happy, as long as they're not harming others, that's living life right. I think that's living life right. Yeah. And I never do this. My collecting never comes at the expense of medicine or mortgage payments or car payments or life. You know what I mean? This is all extra stuff that I've worked very, very hard for that I want to treat myself with. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Delphi Rangers, if you back 2 LAATs, you can put the other 2 pilots in the bubble turrets. Yes. Yes, you could. Yes, you could. I am only going to back 1. However, I'm only going to back 1. And yeah, I mean, the days of ordering multiples, I used to do this for Haslabs, but I've stopped. I think, by the way, if anybody's looking for a Ghost, unboxed, fully, all the carded figures are inside, has not been opened. Yeah, leave me a comment. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got that. We've got figures. We've got Hera Syndulla. Already some great conversation about what's being released, what's been announced at SDCC. For those of you who went, that's fantastic. It looks like a lot of people had fun. I had a number of friends go down there, and it looks like so much fun, but so exhausting as well. And, kudos to you for going down there and getting us all the scoop and giving us all firsthand, sort of a firsthand look at all the different makers. And there are certain toys that were just sort of dropped. I'm looking at you, Factory Entertainment, the stuff that you're going to be releasing that I'm very, very excited about and interested in. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. But before we move on, there's another tradition that we also have here on the channel. We've got a bit of a drinking game. That's right, a drinking game. Now, those of you in the know are already ready. Get your drinks ready. But for those of you who are new, here we go. It's very, very simple. You take a drink whenever something happens, and already a bunch of these have happened. So here's a refresher. Now, the drink doesn't have to be alcoholic. It can be non-alcoholic, of course. It could be coffee, tea, blue milk. It can be soda pop, juice, whatever floats your boat. No judgment, but this is what happens when one of these things happen, or many of these things happen. You take a drink. For example, if I use profanity, don't mean to, slips out. What the fuck are you gonna do? Oops, there you go. Take a drink. If I tell Tommy or anybody really to shut up, and I know that's already happened, you take a drink, and really the shut up is said with love. Y'all know that. If I use the phrases, for those of you who don't know, or nothing can be easy, and I already know I use that phrase. For those of you who don't know, you take a drink. If I mention instructions, because I love instructions, I really, really do, because they tell us what to do, you take a drink. If I talk about a collectible retaining, gaining, or losing its value, you take a drink. We've already talked about that. You should be, if you've been drinking alcohol tonight, you should already be 3 sheets to the wind. If I have technical difficulties with sound, camera, or lighting, you take a drink. Fingers crossed. That hasn't happened yet in this stream. If I find a dent in a box and I say it's fine, but it's not fine, those of you who are, mint in box or mint on card collectors, you know the pain. I open stuff, so it usually doesn't bug me, but sometimes it does. You take a drink. Now, if I drop a screw, tiny battery, or anything really in the course of trying to put one of these figures, very delicate, very detailed figures together, you take a drink. If I get gaslit or I gaslight somebody, you take a drink. If I get stymied by my nemesis, tape, Scotch tape, it's just tape. I don't understand why it gives me so much trouble. It does. That's my kryptonite. It's tape, because nothing can be easy. See, take a drink. And the biggest one is, of course, if I have to take a bio break, it happens. You know it happens. You finish your drink and we start again. So those are the rules for the drinking game. And if you've got your drink with you, join me. I'd like a toast to all of you. Thank you for joining me tonight, as we unbox these really, really cool toys. I do a half-ass review and we chat. Have fun in the comments. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And cheers, or kombe. Oh, that's refreshing. That is refreshing. Okay, let's get started. For those of you who know, take a drink. I have been waiting for this particular figure for a while, because when I first saw it previewed and put on pre-sale, I was absolutely blown away by the sculpt, the paint. It's uncanny at how good these artists are getting in terms of recreating a scaled down version of real people and characters. I have had the immense honor of working with this particular actor in her full makeup, and I have to say, it's levels of, like, it's creepy. It's so good, and it's so good. Of course, I am talking about this 1/6 scale Hera Syndulla from Hot Toys. Hot Toys has been just crushing it lately. This is not a still photograph of Mary. It is, it's a picture of the toy. It's a picture of this action figure, this doll, what have you. I mean, I worked with her on the scene when she had the retro scanner from Empire Strikes Back. I was there on set when she was, and this looks like it could have been taken on set. So I'm excited to see this figure. It looks really, really great. Holy crap. Like, lifelike. It is, of course, from Hot Toys. It's got the standard cigar band wrap around it. There you go. Another picture of Hera right in it, where she's got her flight her bomber jacket, her uniform underneath. Really, really great. I mean, God, it looks like a real picture of Mary. And on the other side, Hera Syndulla, the back, all the credits, the warnings, don't eat the little pieces. And yeah, because you choke on it. Anyways, so we're gonna open this up right now. Oh yeah, look at that. This is great. It's got the standard slipcover in it. Again, with a picture of Chopper. Chopper, I've already unboxed. He came out earlier. He's in the display. I can't wait to have Hera, General Syndulla, join the rest of the Ahsoka gang in the display panel because it's right back there. We've got Balin Skull. We've got Sabine Wren, Chopper, a couple of the Night Troopers, the TK version, the Death Trooper version, and Admiral Thrawn. Grand Admiral Thrawn is there. I also have sitting in waiting Shin Hati and Ahsoka Tano, the White from that series. I can't wait till they all join in and we get to see them. So that's going to be fun because that should complete the case. Hold on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move myself over here because the bug was hiding me. Yikes. Until and you know what? I'm going to say it. A couple of weeks ago, some really, really great fans and friends of the channel sent me a custom 1/6 scale Carson Teva figure. And you know what? I'm going to put him in there. I'm putting him in there. How could I not? How could I not? The question is, should I put him in with the Ahsoka gang or with the Mandalorian gang? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So here we go. I'm just going to open this up here and we're going to get our first look at General Syndulla. Now, of course, it's got the clamshell case on it. Just going to pull this off. A little bit of ASMR like that. Or if you don't, I'm sorry. Here we go. Now we've got instructions. Take a drink. Take a drink. I love the instructions. Now, for the most part, these figures, it's pretty straightforward. But if you're new to this hobby and you're new to collecting hot toys, they're not cheap. I'll say it. They aren't cheap. They're expensive. And the last thing you want to do is screw up your expensive figure because you didn't know what to do. And this is why instructions may seem very, very boring, but they tell us what to do. For example, did you know that you could move Hera's eyes? You can. And there's a tool and it shows you exactly how to move the eyes, right? Did you know her Leku can move? Did you know that? Did you know the goggles are interchangeable? Did ya? Huh? You do now because it's in the instructions, smart guy. There you go. And how to put on the bag and which hands to use for the different. I mean, it's just good to have that confirmation. You know what I mean? And even look at this. It's not, they've moved on from the crotch holders to now it's something where it gets tucked into the belt. Look at that. That's new. Would you have known it if you hadn't looked at the instructions? Maybe. But now I know before I have to sit around and figure out and going, what's going on? So there you go, smarty pants. Anyways, let's remove this here. That's to protect her neck. One of the unsettling things, of course, about hot toys is the figs often come like a serial killer's getting ready because they have to protect the paint. And I will remove the plastic. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, is it the tape? Oh, so close. So, son of a bitch. So close. That's a first. I pulled off her foot. So now we know it's not a full boot. It's a foot. It's a shoe. It's a foot. Why is this not tape? See? See? Why? 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 To bring me to despair. That's why. Because nothing can be easy. That's why. That's right. Take a drink, everyone. Oh, and I jinxed it too because I said it was going so well. Let's take a look. So you can see right here, it is a rather long. There we go. It's articulated. The peg was very, very long, and it's a ball joint there, and it's not a one-piece boot, but it's almost like a spat that goes down to give it the appearance of a one-piece boot. But it's not. It's not. But now there you go. So that's good. Is the other one going to give? Of course. Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course. Ha! But this time, I got you tape. Ha! Screw you. There you go. So we've got, let's look at the treads. These boots are made for walking. There you go. But look at, she's a bit shinier under this light. But looking at it like underneath, like with my own eyes, is what's going on here? Looking at underneath my own eyes it's great. Actually, it's not as shiny as it looks on the camera. I'm gonna bring this back here, and I'm back here. Who's saying what here? What's going on? Sculpt is crazy. It is crazy, Daniel. Crazy good. The jacket. Let's talk about the jacket. It's made of the pleathery type material. Look at that patch. That's amazing. This patch, that's off the hook. Look at that's an actual patch. Like it's same thing with the. Okay, let's see if the Leku. I thought you were able to move it. Okay. There you go. The ghost symbol. That's like it's embroidered onto the jacket. Jeff Carl says the details are amazing. It goes beyond a figure. I refer to them as statues. They're almost like posable statues, right? Posable figures. Now I'm going to, they also come, as you can see here, the joints will have some plastic protectors in them. Son of a bitch. So I'm going to pull those off and I'm going to. Yoink these. Don't need that. And then she's got one under her neck as well. Sterling Dugay writes, I really hope Hot Toys makes a Cal Kestis one day. Soon, my friend. Soon. Okay. Woo. So you can see I pulled. Oh my God, I've killed her. The header's removable. And put that there. I'm going to remove this piece of white plastic. They have moved to these new head pegs. Right? And they're supposed to be more secure. So there's a ball. Before it used to be just a ball joint and you just pop the head on it. But now they have these pegs where you have to be very precise in how they fit because there is, I don't know if you can see it, there is a slot. Those are the eyes, those two. And then there's a slot down there that lines up with this peg right there. See how it's squared up there? And that's so it's supposed to guarantee that you have a tight, like a perfect fit and whatnot. And so it just clicks on like that. New head pegs. There you go. Let's talk about accoutrement here. So this jacket is great. This jacket, even look at it's got even the sheepskin sort of fuzzy texture to it. Legit. That looks great. Matthew Sinclair, it's wild that these figures look so good without dipping to any uncanny valley. Hats off to the talented people that design and make these. Yeah, that's right. And look, this is great. This shows up underneath the camera lights. and it's really, you can't see them. It's harder to see them, but you can see the pattern in her leku. That's great. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining. Giovanni Frederico. Hello, gosh, that looks good. Needed to go with my Sabine. Is it pleather or real leather yet? It's pleather. I mean, it's really good pleather though. But honestly, if it was real leather, they would have advertised it, and it's way too thin. You can see from the cuff here. See how thin that is? That makes me think it's not really leather. That it's pleather. It's too thin of material, right? But the rank badge too. General Serenity Forever writes, okay, I thought I had done something wrong when taking the head off mine. Glad to see it's meant to do that. Yeah, it's a bit of a curveball if you're used to the old head pegs, for sure. Uh-oh. So now I've done something with her eyes. As you can see, one of her eyes is just a little bit off. Just a bit off. Yeah. And so Bad Wolf Media, I think the head block thing is to try and stop people from hitting the eye stalks and making the figures wall-eyed or cross-eyed, but I just literally did that. So now I got to fix this because it's going to really bug me now. Okay, so let's see where the tool. So right here is the tool, and we're going to have to do. And this is what I was honestly the most worried about, was making her all cross-eyed, and got to just. And of course, my eyes are absolute shit. So now I got to pull out my readers. Where would they even find tiny cats? Right? Oh, man. I'm going to full old man mode because I got to get my readers. And I got to make sure. Okay. Which eye got on? Yeah. Oh, I made it worse. That's what I was most worried about. Trying to fix. There. Okay. Does that look right? Come on, focus. Does she look a little, does that look okay? Or just a little bit more, maybe? No, that looks okay here. Focus. Focus. There you go. Yeah. It is easier than the 112. 112, I mean, Jesus. Like that's brutal. 112 scale? I think, yeah. But this is still, it's still very stressful. Oh, now I've done it. I've buggered up the other eye. There. Make her rolling eyes like someone said something stupid. Like Senator Ziona. There you go. Don't stress on it. You can fix it in post. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's off-putting. It is off-putting. And because she looks so real, and like I kind of know Mary. Not that we're friends, but you know, like we are, like she recognizes me. We once shared a flight to Los Angeles. She was flying back from Toronto to LA, and we were on the same flight. And she was sitting in front of me, and we didn't realize till partway through the flight. But it was a really nice surprise, and we got to chat a little bit. So, I mean, there is that. Oh, you can obsess. That's a problem with these. Put her goggles on. The thing is, she never ever wore her goggles down. Okay. There we go. All fixed. All right. Okay, so her eyes move. Looking at the other accessories in the kit, we've got, of course, her sidearm. And again, very accurate to the series. Ryan Dole's in the house. She looks so real. I could see her hooking up with Carson Teva. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Put the blaster. The blaster goes in the holster, and there should be a magnetic. There is right there. A magnetic clip. Because the goggles, they do nothing. That's right, Daniel. The goggles do nothing. I'm going to refer to the manual. Ryan Dole is exactly how you dreamed it, you son of. Yeah. Okay, so the Leku movement does move from 25, and now I've done it again, and I've buggered up her eye again. So there is a propensity for the eyes. I must not be pushing this in, the connector in fully, because the head keeps. All right. You've got as well. Modos 23 Teva needs a manual to handle Hera. We all do, my friend. Tool. This is her work pouch. Oh, it's Velcro. And there's just a foam insert in there. You guys are brutal. Anna, stop feeding the trolls. Oh my God. There we go. All these tools, are they removable? They are not. These tools are just for show. They're not removable. Come on, focus. They're not removable. Chris Elliott at 16 Chris. I did the same with the new Han Solo connector. The connector screwed up the eyes. Pain in the ass. It is. It is. It's already like I've already futzed around with it like 3 times. I'm still, yeah. Anyways. Enough. And then we have other pieces of the sensor. And this was, right? Time to take a drink. That's right, you bunch of filthy animals. These are, and again, this is, I saw Josh Roth, who's the props master for Ahsoka as well. I mean, when he pulled this out, I knew immediately what it was, and I loved it. And I can't believe how, like, he nailed it. He nailed it, right? Just such a great job of doing this. And of course, this is taken from Empire Strikes Back, when Han Solo ventures out into Hoth to look for Luke and finds him, and he's scanning the next morning to try to call for help. And he's got, he's also looking for Luke, and he's using one of these scanners. I love that. That's such a great throwback to it. And I'm just trying to find where these little parts go now. And of course, you can take the jacket off if you wanted. I'm not going down that road. I like the jacket where it is. It's too stressful enough. So I'm not going to take the jacket off. I'm just going to keep her in the jacket, and I'm going to put these little extra biddly bobs into where they belong. So there are these bits that go into here. Vanessa, Paul, side note, have you gotten any new DVD Blu-rays? Oh gosh, yeah. It's been too long since you've done a movie unboxing. Wow. Vanessa, I have a whole stack of movies over there that I can see. More and more coming every day. I've been sort of dipping back into the physical media sort of as well. Going to some great video stores and picking up physical media. I've gotten heavy into the steelbook collecting as well. And I'm collecting 4K. That's a new format, so I'm upgrading certain movies. Yeah, I have a whole bunch over there that are calling. Arrow Films has done a spectacular job of re-releasing some of the old 80s classics. They've been really knocking it out of the park in terms of the love and restoration for a lot of these movies. I'm looking at Conan the Destroyer is over there right now, and I was able to find that in the wild, which was pretty cool. There's a place in Vancouver called Videomatica that I was actually able to pick that up. My buddy Brandon from BC DeLorean and Other Time Machines 2. No, BC DeLorean and Other Picture Cars 2. I was able to find, we go there. He takes me there, and he collects physical media as well. And yeah, oh, check out his channel too. He's got a new channel. I believe it's on Wednesday nights. It's called Blockbuster 1985, where he and his buddy, his new best friend, they've got a live podcast where they talk about, they discuss a movie from 1985, and they're positing, was 1985 the best year for movies ever? And it was a good year. I think it was a good year. Some really, really great films came out, like Back to the Future, like Gremlins, like To Live and Die in LA, Real Genius. But I posit that 1982 was actually a better year for that. So, but check out his channel. Wednesdays, it's called A Blockbuster Year, 1985. Brandon and his new friend, one of his Goonie friends that he met on his Goonie adventure in Astoria, where he found God again. And by God, I mean like nerdy friends. Yeah, no, give it a look. It's go and subscribe. Also, while I'm here, I might as well be like shilling for my other friends. There is a DL44 network. My good friends from the SOC, Ryan Dole 31 from Instagram, Steve 3, Kevin Wong, Toying Around. It is an umbrella channel where they discuss all things Star Wars. So that's a new channel on YouTube. It's called the DL44 Network. Right now, the most consistent show is Steve 3's show. It is called You Need It. And he unboxes a bunch of great Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff. And it's fun. And Steve is great at it. And I've been a guest on his show. Ryan's been a guest. I think he had Kevin from Micro Galaxy Squadron. He was on, I think, yesterday. So check out wholesome content, lots of fun, joy of Star Wars. Check that out as well. As the usual suspects, Toying Around Thursday nights, unboxings. The Fallen Fett on Wednesday nights as well. He's got his show. I don't know if Yoko does her show on Tuesdays anymore with Yoko McCann. She mostly broadcasts on Twitch. Twitch. Anyways, Eric Elliott, I had each of the hosts of the SSW network on my channel. Honest to Cloud. Hey, right on. Congrats, buddy. They're great. The SSW network, like they're great too. I've been able, I've been a guest on their different shows under their banner as well, for charity events I've been on. And yeah, no, really great people. You find so many wonderful people in this community. It's not hard. And so we are all very, very lucky and all better for it, to make these connections. And that's part of the reason why it's so much fun to do this, right? To meet new people. Yoka's on Ernie's channel. Wednesdays, the Fallen Fett Chronicles. That's right. Win or lose. Thank you so much. Yoko used to do her own show though. Used to. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, these just slide in like that, right? So why aren't they staying in? I can't see anything. I'm blind. Yeah, all right. Sorry, I'm just looking at the instructions. And I've taken off my readers, so I can't. Oh, I see. Okay. You can replace the instructions. So with these, dumbass, these are basically the antenna. You replace these with these. So if you want the smaller, the closed versions, that's what these are for. Dumbass that I was trying to slide them into these slots. They replace these come out basically, and you can replace them. See? Instructions. When you read them, you need them. That's what they're for. So glad I was able to finally figure that out. What a dumbass. That's me. So here's Hera again. 00 Bricks getting late on the East Coast. Enjoy the stream, chat. I'll be on the replay crew tomorrow for the rest. See ya, Paul. See you later. 00 Bricks. Thanks for joining. Thank you so much. It's 9 already? Wow. All right. Here we go. But it's a holiday for you tomorrow. 00 Bricks. It's a holiday. All right. Let's look at her gun belt. Love it. Right? The Star Wars, the hexagonal belt buckle, the drop holster, right? The leg tie. She's got pouch and cylinders right there. It's tailored. Like even like this little detail here. This buckle here. Look at that. That's an amazing level of detail. This metal buckle here too. A lot of these gun belts in the Star Wars universe, they actually have these, and to see it in 1/6 scale is great. Range of motion. Yeah, she's got they're ratcheted and they're like double joints, so you can have her. I can't. I'm not even gonna. No, I'm not gonna go down there. She's posable. I'm just gonna leave it at that. The rest of you perverts, Ryan, I'm looking at you. It doesn't matter what I say, however innocuous it is. It's Rule 37. I'm not gonna play that game. So, you could have her crouched in a kneeling position. Yeah. Standard base. Look, Jason, look away. Cover your eyes. Let's take a look at this new stand. So, the old school crotch grabbers are looks like they're being replaced, which is great. It's less invasive. Basically, God damn it. This will slide up through the back and support. So it's not as visible as two prongs sticking through the crotch, which is why they were called crotch grabbers. Oh, Hera, you lost your head. And I buggered up her eye again. Oh my God. This is get Chopper and pose them together. You're not the boss of me, Ryan Dole. I actually have. Wow. Oh boy. She's losing IQ points as we speak. The eye is very finicky. Why does it keep doing that? Oh my God. Oh, jeez. I can't get the eye to sit right. I can't get it to, it just Webby. The side eye position. Yeah, it might be easier. Hello, Alan. Good to see you, brother. I'm just struggling to try to get the eyes for Hera right because every time the head. Come on, you son of. Oh, thank God. Okay. The head. I think I must be putting this on wrong or it's not clicking properly because the head keeps just sort of falling off. It looks like it's seated properly here. Right? But you saw it just sort of pop off. Like it is, see how so it's not sitting properly then. There we okay. Like an idiot. I heard a click. You just have to put down pressure, click, and now it's solid. So I didn't hear the click. So Best Arcade, for what it's worth, I couldn't get the prongs from the stand to go up under the belt right, so I just slid them under the jacket. Good enough. Yeah. Yeah, the jacket is it's almost like you need if you wanted to, you could bend these because they're not sitting true anyways. Right? You can see they're so you could sort of maybe reshape them or give them the proper angle of attack so that they would sit. Anyways, it's new. Do I like it better than the crotch grabbers? Yeah. Takes a little bit more finagling to get right, I'm sure, but it's not too bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. It's this Hera. Serenity Forever says, is it a good feature being able to have her look in different directions? No, it is a good feature. But oh boy, is it fiddly to actually getting them looking good. Yes. I did see there's another company out there, and I saw that they have, with the eyes, they have magnets. They're able to use magnets to position the eyes from the outside, which is genius. And I cannot wait for the other companies to start coming along with that. Hot Toys, if you were listening, that's a genius because they had like a magnet on a pen or a stick, and they were able to guide the eyes using that, which is infinitely easier than sticking this prod into the head cavity and trying to move an eyeball around. And it's in fact you could remove the eyeball. Oh my gosh, who sent it? One of the guys in the chats sent it in the group, and it looked great. I think it was super smart to do that. All right, that's Hera Syndulla, and I'm gonna leave her here, and I'm gonna take her out later, and I'm gonna pose her, and I'm gonna put her right in that case with the rest of the Ahsoka gang. She looks amazing. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. She looks great. Really, really great. I have to fix that eye though. It's just a little off. That's on me. And I dropped one of her hands. Okay. Yeah, instructions. There you go. Cynthia says, I've also seen some manufacturers have two-pronged eye adjuster. That's smart. So it keeps the pupils even. Can't remember who. Again, these are just little things that make it life less stressful for collectors, because I'm even looking at that going, it's just a little bit off. Just enough to make her look crazy. So, yeah, that's a great idea. Curtis is right. I think Inart or J&D started the magnetic eyes, but I could be wrong. I think it was J&D. That's the fig that I saw. It was a J&D fig, and I can't remember what it was, but looks great. Let's talk about Anna. Let's bring up some of the other things that we saw. The things that excited me There we go. Boom, right into it. Factory Entertainment. They have got the license for Battlestar Galactica. I loved, and this we're talking the original 1970s, one season only, Battlestar Galactica. I loved that show growing up. Starbuck, Apollo, Commander Adama, Boomer, Jolly, Colonel Ty, et al., Athena, Cassiopeia. That was my jam. I loved watching that show. Still love that show. My sister and I used to watch it all the time. Factory Entertainment, they got the license for it, and they are releasing some great replicas. For example, the blaster used in that series right there. This was, painstakingly sort of cobbled together from screenshots and recreated. Now, they were in such a hurry that these guns were kit bashed, basically. And so there were no two that were alike. This is the closest approximation to like what a hero blaster would look like. Factory Entertainment, they have this on sale right now on their website. And it looks, I collect blasters too for display. And this is an iconic blaster from my youth. This is something that I would love to get. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. But this is not the only thing. So they had some previews at SDCC as well. Annie, you want to bring up the next slide there? Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that Viper. That is an old school 1970, 77, 79. 79. It was 1979. Colonial Viper with figure that's Boomer right there. The original Boomer was a dude. He was black. And he's holding a flight helmet. And Colonial Warriors and their Vipers. This is, I believe, so he's 3.75 inch, which makes it 1/18th scale. So the Viper is 1/18th scale, like think TVC size. So that's something I'm, oh my God. The detail on that is amazing. And that the figs can actually fit in there in the cockpit. Amazing. Next slide, please. Right there. Here are the rest. So you've got on the far left, Captain Apollo. Right beside him, you have a Centurion, an old school Cylon Centurion. Then you've got Starbuck, the other Colonial Warrior. And behind him, you have a Command Centurion in the gold color. And then there's Boomer as well. But in the original series, Starbuck was a dude played by Dirk Benedict. There you go. So that looks amazing. Those figures look really, really good. I love the level of detail on them. That 70s feathered hair, the motorcycle boots, the blasters and the Cylons, man. Wearing hockey gloves. And they had swords and their laser rifles. They actually have the Cylon laser rifle was available at one point as a 1-to-1 scale replica, but I think that was a con exclusive a few years ago. So I think the only way to get that now is through the secondary market. Anna, next slide, please. And when you have 3.75 inch, you might as well go with the 1/6 scale. So here you go. You've got Captain Apollo and Lieutenant Starbuck from the original series, right there, 1/6 scale. And behind, of course, you can see Commander Adama from the 2004 Ronald Moore reboot, played by Edward James Olmos. These are great. These look really great. There's something about the uniform for Commander Adama that still looks like it's a bit. They haven't quite nailed it yet, and I think that's with a lot of these figures from other companies. It's not the sculpts of the faces, it's the clothing. That's where I think Hot Toys and InArt, J&D, they've really, really sort of hit it, because the clothes are the technology or the skill involved, or the design and the ability to manufacture clothing in 1/6 scale and not make it look bulky and doll-like. That is what separates them, because the sculpts are the sculpts, and there's good sculpts and bad sculpts. These are decent, but what would really sell these, and these are close, in my opinion, they're close, is the clothes. You want the pants, you want the jackets not to look bulky like clothes. NECA had it with their 6-inch, their 1/12 scale figs, like the Halloween one with Dr. Loomis and Mike Myers, right? They had cloth versions of these figs, and they looked. I'm sorry, they looked terrible. In my opinion, I was not a fan of them. I didn't. I love Halloween, love those characters. Did not like the look of that. And then they did a release where it was sculpted clothes, looked a million times better. Same thing with Jaws, the Jaws figs with Hooper, Quint. You had the different versions. There's Scuba Hooper, and there was I think 3 different types of Hooper. Hooper with his dungarees or his jean jackets and stuff. And another one where he's on the boat, and the cloth versions of them looked a bit too much like dolls, so didn't do it for me. The new releases of the NECA Hooper and Quint sculpted clothes look amazing. Speaking of which, here you go. You got 1/6 scale figs, and these are, NECA did these versions again in 1/12 scale. Now these are 1/6 scale. Quint looks great. Hooper, it's hard to sculpt. I'm wondering if that's the only head sculpt that they will have with the hat on. I'd love a version of him with the hair just flowing, so you can lose the toque. That's right, we say toque in Canada. The knitted hat or the knitted cap for the rest of you. Love the barrels, love the accessories, the chum bucket, the machete, the harpoon gun, I think is there, the baseball bat, the can of beer. Yeah, and Hooper's got his coffee cup. He's got the styrofoam coffee cup. I love it. Before I continue on, I gotta these photos were courtesy of Pop Culture Punch Collectibles via their Facebook post. I saw these online. They were sent through group chats and stuff like that, and I went and I did a Google search, and so these are taken from. Thank you for them for posting these pics. They're taken. These are screen caps taken from somebody from Pop Culture Punch Collectibles who posted it on their Facebook channel. Full credit to them. Thank you very much. And yeah, I just want to give you credit for these great photos. But yeah, there's Quint. He's got his, he's got his M1 Garand there. They look great. And look at the stands too. Like Quint is obviously like his stand is he's on the deck of the Orca and it's blood soaked with chum. And I like how they put all the extra hands at the base. Right there. That's great. Is that the last slide, Anna? Of course not. I collect helmets too. I have a lot of helmets, a lot of Star Wars helmets, but I also have a Space 1999 helmet for the Eagle drivers. Alan Carter, I got his helmet, 1:1 scale reference helmet, and I had a Fallout helmet. I want this. Hint, hint, nudge, judge, wink, wink. This is great. This is an iconic helmet of my youth. Viper pilots, man. Look at how it lights up. Look at the design, like the bird on the head. It's great. Just love it. Love that. And of course, you got the Cylon helmet next, and it's got full sound and light. So you've got the effect with the light and the sound. And I know people who cosplay as Centurions, and it looks amazing. Looks amazing. But here, if you just want to collect the head, there you go. So that's Factory Entertainment. They've got some great licenses. They've got the Jaws license, which has me visiting their page. Check it out. They've got some really great little scale. They've got like a scaled version of Bruce the Shark. It's a cross section of him. They've got a little, I think it was an SDCC exclusive where it was the Amity, the sign for the town of Amity. And you could change it to the clean and the vandalized version of it. Because if you know the movie, some vandals come and they paint in a huge, there's a great scene. It's like 1 minute and 39 seconds of pure cinematic and acting excellence where it's one long tracking shot. It's a 3-hander where it's between Keith Brody, Matt Hooper, and Mayor Vaughn, and they're trying to convince him that there's a great white shark out there, and he doesn't want to believe them because they don't have proof. And it's like watching a play, except it's filmed, and it's a tracking shot as they're walking across the beach to the front of the sign, and people are leaving frame and coming back into frame, and they're talking over each other, and it's so excellently acted. They hit all their notes. Just love it. Love it. Minute 39 is probably one of my favorite of all-time movie scenes out there, just in terms of technical skill required, acting chops, and like it as an audience member, you're just, despite all that technical stuff, you are enraged by the obtuseness of Mayor Vaughn. So Brent W says Spaceballs 2 releases a collectible helmet for Lord Helmet. Oh my God. Anna, no. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Oh, frack, I want that toaster helmet, right? Right? John DeLong said, I traded a kid for a Chips helmet when I was 5. Nice. Nice. California Highway Patrol. The scale is correct. There you go. All right. Yeah. Woo, I need a drink. I haven't spoken this much in a while. So I mean, I know Anna will disagree. Right, Anna? Right? But this is all right. Zeb, where you at? I've been trying to find the because of course I have all these figures with the ghost, but I'm keeping them in the cards because they're rare, and so I have them on display in protected cases above the ghost. But I still want to populate the ghost, so I've been tracking down the Rebels crew, and I have almost all of them. The only person I'm missing is the Rebels version of Hera Syndulla, and so that's cool. That's the figure that I'm going to be hunting for. So I'm gonna open this up right now because he's gonna play with Carson Teva. Oops. Bing bong. Yeah. So this got released a while ago. This was back when Hasbro was releasing all cardboard display cases, and so no plastic because they were trying to save the environment by removing the plastic from the displays, even though the figure's made from plastic. Anyways, it's above my pay scale, so they did this. These boxes look great because you got a picture of what's supposed to be inside, right? So there you go. There's Zeb, action pose. Look at that. He's got his electro stick. I really like that. That's a really neat picture of Zeb, right? In a corridor. I mean, it's a fancy looking box. It's a nice looking box. But in terms of what I like about the other figures is you can see them. Hold on a second. I'll show you. Like that. Like boom. That's fun. You see it. Plastic prison, but you can see him. You can see the figure, and there's something more appealing about that than this. As cool as this is, with him in a diorama, fancy photograph, there's something about being able to see the actual figure as a collector I like. Otherwise, we could make our own. We can make our own boxes to look cool, right? But it's about seeing the actual figure. So keep this here. So let's open them up. Winslow's asking about how we're doing with the wildfires and hopes we are safe. We are safe. The wildfires are actually very, very far away from us. They are, I believe, in northern Ontario or in was it Manitoba or Saskatchewan? They're very far away. But we are getting the smoke. So it's been a hazy day. Can't really smell it as much, but there is an air quality warning for those of us. So, yeah, Ryan, I'm not saying that I hate the boxes, but I prefer. I mean, these are pretty, but if you're a mint on card collector, displaying this is kind of a yeah. There you go, Vanessa C. I'm primarily a collector of carded figures, but I want the windows, right? I get it. So I'm gonna open this up. Whee. So they used this little wax paper baggies for all the accessories. All right. Well, there he is. I'm glad there was Zeb inside of it because I'd heard stories of people figure swapping, because you can't tell. You can't tell. Buying a figure, being stealthy, cutting the tape, being very precise with the cut, swapping out the figure for another junky figure, closing it up, taping it perfectly and then returning it and basically getting a figure of your choice, that you want for free. So here's Zeb. There he is. Of course, he's a LAAT. Just gonna zoom in on him. There you go. So here's his accoutrement, his blaster right here, and of course his traditional LAAT weapon. And you can put the electrical bits at the end. And there you go. You can pose him. I'm trying to bring the mic over so I can. Okay. Yeah, good articulation. Thighs. Knees are nice and stiff. Good motion on the feet. And of course, Stephen Bloom did the voice. Zeb. And contrary to popular belief, he was not on set the day that Zeb and Carson Teva shared a scene together. Have a good night, Vanessa. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you next show. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week. Take care. He's got the cup hand, C hands, right? Tell you what, those clear windows didn't stop people from swapping figures and Build-A-Fig parts and Marvel Legends packages. Yeah, I get it. Because if you're not into it, you're not going to notice it. You know what I mean? And if you're working at one of these places and it's a straight return and you look down and you're not paying attention and I go, yep, there's a toy inside. You're not checking to see if it's the right toy. And I get that because you're probably super busy doing a million other things. Right. But I think what I take umbrage to is that there are some jackasses out there who are actually doing that and trying to job the system. And it really bugs me because it's like, it's dishonest and that bugs me. I mean, I don't know. I kind of think it's a shitty thing to do. Right? Just if you want it, if you need it that bad, pay like everybody else does. Anyways. Age of Grogu. I'm in the early process of building a docking bay for my Ghost. Nice. I too am not unboxing the original figures from the set and have picked up the Ahsoka series of figures instead to fill the void. Yeah. Right? And I think that's why there's a big run on all those figures, and that's why they skyrocketed in price, because people knew that they wanted that people were doing the exact thing, right? And you know, it is what it is. But if you're sitting on those other figs, the price I think for the carded ghost figures with the murals is, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, right? I think I've seen it as high as $500. I've seen it. People asking for $500 for the complete carded set. There you go. Zeb. Looking good. Looking good. Can't wait to see that diorama, though. That sounds like a lot of fun. Zeb. Oh, I should grab Carson. Hold on. All right, Monster 0305, Justin. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for leaving so quick. See you on the replay, crew. All right, so he looks great in the gunner seat on the Ghost. Yes, yes, he will. But this is great. So I've got, yes, now make Zeb and Carson smooch. Do I ever tell you how hot you looked in your uniform? No, you haven't. Well, let me give you a good LAAT kiss. All right, I'm comfortable with my own sexuality for that. Mwah. Wow, that's the first time I've ever been kissed by a LAAT. Yeah, get used to it. You're my friend now. All right, I can deal with that. And scene. There you go. See?
I would like to see the baby.
There you go. I didn't know that was a super chat. Bitter Troll, yes, now make Zeb and Carson smooch. And I did. And I would have done it for free. But there you go. There you go. So here we go. We can, you know, if I wanted to try to recreate the scene from Mandalorian season 3. I mean, first of all, he's wearing a flight suit. I am sure, though, we will see another version of Zeb in his flight suit, because we've all seen the clip of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie where Zeb is flying in a Razor Crest and he's got the blue flight suit. So I'm sure we will see another version of Zeb Orrelios. Garazeb. Oh my God, my brain. Garazeb Orrelios. I'm sure we will see him in another iteration of his figure, and maybe we'll see Carson in you know, a version sans jacket. Maybe we'll see him in, you know, his dress uniform. There's two different versions, right? There's one from Ahsoka. There's one from you know, season 3 of The Mandalorian. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Stevie from Hasbro, Mr. Tough Guy, keyboard warrior dude. No, I love him. He's great. He's brought me much joy, and I enjoy the constant ribbing that I get because it means I'm in his thoughts. Anyways, and you know what? Huge shout out to the Hasbro crew for this figure. I'm really, really still blown away by this, the detail of it and the proportions. And I love that it is, you know, they created a whole new mold for me. D-Cirtle, I would not like to see that baby. Shut up, Daniel. Shut up. Shut up. It'd be a beautiful baby. Kind of look like you, probably. Oh, just kidding. Okay. So we've got that. And because I'm going to be backing the LAAT, I've already backed the LAAT. I need clones. I'll need clones to populate it. Now, these are phase 2 clones. Let me know in the comments below whether you prefer phase 1 or phase 2. I like phase 2 clones better. There, I said it. That's the hill I'm going to die on. Let me know what you guys think, whether you like phase 1 or phase 2 in the comments. Let's see. For the Republic. Phase 2. Look at that. Age of Grogu. Good taste. Good taste. I mean, there's no wrong answers, but that's a great answer. Phase 2. Look at that. Phase 2 hands down. See? Jagai Studios, TVC Mackin, Age of Grogu, Adelphi Rangers, Tom Harris. With that. Everyone. Ryan Dole. Those clones look great in that new Haslab. 100%. They would. 100%. Phase 2 for TJ. Phase 2 for Anton. John Galgano. There you go. John Carmen saying everybody wants Carson David to have kids now. Hey, yeah. John Jedi Pudu Takis. I want them both. Right? John Carmen, Carson David, Space Daddy. Ooh, baby. Phase 2 clones, but Phase 1 ARC Troopers. Ooh, I like that. Best of both worlds. Leave it to Ryan. Tommy K, I'll buck the trend and say Phase 1. You would. Bitter Troll. Oh, look at that. Saying Phase 1 just to be difficult. What a surprise, Charles. What a surprise. All right. So Hasbro released a bunch of these 4-packs. And they've done things from like X-Wing pilots to Imperial officers. They've done Rebel Snow Troopers. They've done the Night Troopers from Ahsoka. It's a really, really great thing. I love. They've got on pre-order now. You can get battle droids, and I'm going to pre-order those too because if you got clone troopers, you need them to shoot people. You need them to shoot not people. You need to shoot targets, and so you need battle droids. And so they got a bunch of the battle droids. So I'm going to be opening them up, and I just love as well the artwork on this. You can see. Look at that. So you get 4 figures per pack. I actually got this from Treehouse Collectibles. That is the toy store that's closest to where I live, and so I go there a lot. Chris and Max, they're amazing people there, and yeah, that's where I got them from. You can order these, or you could order them through. I think GameStop Canada has them. Of course, Hasbro. If you go to HasbroPulse.com, they've got them too. But yeah, I grabbed them from there. The artwork is great, and look at that again. And this is again, it's the non-window. And for whatever reason, that doesn't bother me as much. I don't know why. This kind of bugged me. This doesn't, but I guess maybe because it's a 4-pack. And it's hard to display these boxes, even though they are really great artwork on the boxes. But you've got each of the clones. Like little body bags. Oh my. Yeah. Look at that. It's a clone from the 338, which is Ahsoka's. This looks like 501st. Generic clone. Two generic clones. He didn't. Oh, here it is. He didn't come with a blaster rifle. There you go. This is that. So you get 2 painted and 2 vanilla plain, which is great. But I mean, if you're army building, that's not too bad. So $80 Canadian, it's about $20 per fig. If you buy them carded, they run you anywhere, depending on where you buy them. They'll run you usually around $23 at least each fig. So it's actually a good price to get them all together, Anna. So, and that's what I've done. And there are times where you can get these boxes for less. right? You can get them for, I've seen them as low as, I think, $70 for it. So, you know, that's not too, $80 for 4 figures. It works out to about $20 a fig. That's a good deal. And you get only one of these long rifles. I forget what they're called. One of you nerds will know it. Oh no, you get more than one. You get 2. I think DC 17s. No, that's these. One of you nerds will know that. 332nd. Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments right now. Tommy, shut up. No window doesn't bother you because you're a dirty unboxer. That's right. I'm a dirty, filthy opener. I also heard Andrew Fung prefers the packs with no windows too. Yeah. He likes wrestling figs. Truth be told. DC. Okay, so DC 15A is a long blaster rifle. All right. That works. DC 17 is a Republic Commando's weapon. All right. Leave it to Super Nerd, Bad Wolf Media to set me right on. I know I can always count on you to get that stuff. The tech specs. Great. So there you go. So now I have basically a squad of clone troopers. I mean, technically, yes. I think the 332nd, somebody's asking. I think the 332nd is a company in the 501st. I think. I mean, they had their own, like Ahsoka had her own Star Destroyer, or not her own Venator class, and it was populated with clone troopers of this ilk. So it was her, but I think it was a battalion underneath the 501st Legion. So there you go. D-Cirtle, those clones are perfect, good mold, and the heads aren't swappable, so they don't look like bobbleheads. That's great. And I personally, like, I don't need these dudes to be able to take their helmets off. I don't. There's something, you're right, Daniel. There's something really clean about this. And they have, you know, for all the commanders, right? Like Hauser and Cody, and, you know, like, if it's fine for them to have their helmets off, but I just kind of like the regular rank and file that just keep their helmets on. Matthew Sinclair, I like this community because being called a super nerd here is a compliment. Yeah, 100%, man. That is, you know, being smart should never, ever be an insult. And that's what it blows my mind. Oh, what are you, some kind of, like, a super brain? It's like, yeah, that's cool. You want smart people. You need smart people. Smart people help. They do so much. They figure stuff out for you. They stop you from getting poisoned. They heal you when you get hurt. They prevent you from getting hurt. They come up with cool things. Being smart is the best. I would rather be smart than dumb. And I'm pretty sure everybody in the chats feels the same way, right? Oh my gosh. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm dumbfounded by the fact that people are upset with people being smart. You know, what are you, a fact checker? Like, it's a dirty thing. It's like, yeah, that's good. It stops you from getting cheated. Or anyway, I'm not going to get into it. It's all about love. All about love. Razor Squadrons in the warehouse. Replace all the heads with Carson heads. A new Carson clone army for the New Republic. Oh, I thought about that. Age of Grogu. I trust the science, LOL, and smart people, LOL. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why? I'd rather put my faith and stock in somebody who's actually studied and done the hard work to learn the things than some moron who makes a 2-second TikTok that everybody wants to believe because it aligns with their beliefs. It's crazy. Crazy. Tom Harris, 501st was a Legion, 332nd was a company / division. Thank you for the confirmation. Super nerd pin on you. There you go. Thank you, Tom. That's great. Yeah, okay. So Adelpha, I put a Balin skull on my Carson Teva body as a custom TVC selfie series. Oh, okay. So are you saying you look like Balin's skull? That's cool. That's just a handsome man. Handsome man. Okay. We got to figure out how to give this away, a signed copy of this away, because I did go over my allotted time for the shout outs. I said I'd do it in under 5 minutes. I did not do it under 5 minutes. So we've got to find a way. We've got to find a way to pick somebody to do this. So how are we going to do this? Obviously, it's got to be for people who are watching the stream right now. So if you're on a replay crew, I'm sorry you missed your opportunity, but there'll be more. I bought a few of them, and Hasbro sent me a few too. So, and I'm probably gonna buy some more. So we will have a giveaway. So how, Mike, Battle of Media, I'll make it easy for you. You already have my address. Just send it to me. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. How do we make this fair? How do we do this? Anna, do you have any ideas? I can't hear you. There's
No, I don't have any ideas.
no idea. My producer is supposed to have all these ideas. How about a trivia question? I will ask the trivia question, and I will write. I will in the chat in the face. Sorry, I've got a in the chat. I will write "go," and after I type in the word "go," the first correct answer will get a signed Carson Teva figure. All right. So now, yes.
Are you writing go or am I writing go?
Why don't you write "go"? Don't put it down now.
Now?
No. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. So the trivia question is, I got it. This is great. Are you ready, Anna? No, here it is. So I'm going to ask a question, and the first correct answer on our screens. Now we've got to do it on our screens. I know sometimes with latency, everybody jumps in. It looks like you've gone first on your screen, but on our screen, on our replay, the first correct answer will win a signed Carson Teva TVC figure from yours truly, and then we'll get in touch with you, and we'll get this shipped out to you. Okay. So, are you ready, Anna, to write "go"?
I'm ready.
Okay. Here is the question for all of you out there. You ready? How many episodes did Carson Teva appear in the series Ahsoka? How many episodes did Carson Teva appear in the TV series, the Disney Plus series Ahsoka? Go, Anna. And it explodes. It exploded. And now we will see. Remember, the first correct answer on our screens after we say go. Anna?
Yep.
I have.
What's
here,
the correct answer first?
The correct answer is 3. Bunch, you got it. And the first one that I have is this one from John Carmen.
Yep.
You got it confirmed? All right, John. Congrats, buddy. You got it. So, yeah. bitterasiandude@gmail.com. Send me an email. I need your mailing address. Although I think I might have it. from before, but send me an email, send me your mailing address, and congratulations, John, for that. Quick thinking. You just got yourself a signed copy of this. For everybody else, thank you so much. There are going to be other opportunities. This might turn into a fun weekly thing. We might turn this into a weekly thing where you get a chance to get a signed Carson Teva action figure, courtesy of bitterasiandude.com. Wow, that was exciting. Congratulations. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. My gosh, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. And we kept it under 2 hours. How's that? Big thanks to Anna, my producer, for helping me out, letting me bombard her with like last minute sort of asks to get this done. It's so much easier to have a producer on board to take care of a lot of the technical stuff too. And she also comes up with a lot of amazing ideas. So thank you so much, Anna, for that. Thank you to everybody for showing up. Really, really happy that you could have been anywhere and you chose to be here and spend some time with your nerdy family here on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. This does bring me a lot of joy. It really does. And I hope you all had fun, as much fun as I did doing this. Next show, we've got the poll still up. Who's gonna take it? Which hot toy figure are we gonna unbox? Right now, we have Han Solo is in the lead out of 132 votes. 39% of the votes, Han Solo from Return of the Jedi. He's looking like it. In second place, it's a close one between the Droideka and the Sand Trooper with the dewback. So right now, it's Han Solo in the lead. We're going to leave this up for the replay crew to vote on. Hey, if you could do me a solid, click like or dislike or whatever, interact with the page. It helps YouTube, their algorithm, to kind of go, oh, people are paying attention. I appreciate that. If you could do that, like or dislike, doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't care. Before we go, if you've got a glass, please raise it up. Here's to all of you from, hope you had a fantastic week. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead of you. Enjoy the weather, enjoy life, be kind to others, be kind to yourself. Keep playing with your toys. Cheers. And I almost choked on that because I am of a certain age and I've forgotten how to swallow. Anyways, thanks so much, everybody. Join us. I'm planning on doing this next week. I got a stack of toys. Join us. I got big plans as well. I want to start, like I said, get back to recording some content and dropping it on there. And lovely to see you all again. And I think keep playing with the toys. And I got to get better at these outros, right? And maybe next week we'll have a guest. That's fun. It's always fun, right? Say goodnight, Anna. She can't. Bye.
Good night.
It'll be better. It'll be better. I'll be able to say good night, and then it'll be like proper. Good night, everybody. I mean, have a great week. Honestly, have a great week. Ciao. Or okay, see you. Ciao. Okay, see you.